Something I really love doing is finding minerals on a database and then actually going out and digging up those minerals. So naturally, that's what we did for my girlfriend's birthday. If you're interested in finding minerals or shooting on Portra 400, stay tuned. The main camera I'll be shooting on is the Canon AE1, which grainy days associates with original flavor Lay's, golf, plain yogurt, and hating women. So we went up to Lone Pine for my girlfriend's birthday to just go get some minerals and take pictures. We started the trip driving up and we stopped at a place called the Fossil Falls. It was a waterfall during the melting ice of the Ice Age. While it was beautiful, it was kind of hard to show that beauty in a picture, so I think I only took one. And then soon after that, we stopped at a hill that had some interesting sediment layers. Sediment? I think it's sediment. Sediment layers. I took some pictures there and then we moved on our way. Her brother found a rock that had copper on it, so that was cool. There's an actual cute boutique hotel in the heart of Lone Pine, and so we stayed at the motel version next door. I woke up early just to go take pictures of the mountains, shooting on my Canon AE1, and I was also shooting on my Zeiss Icon KLIO because it's a very cheap medium format camera, and apparently you need to shoot on medium format to be a YouTube film photographer, so there we go. I think I paid like $50 for it. It's kind of like playing the lottery. Some pictures you get are really good and you're like, wow, what a great picture for such a cheap camera. And then some pictures you get are terrible. Also, there's a light leak in it somewhere, so it took a lot of editing to actually get the picture off of it. But overall, for the money, it's a good camera. So yeah, I started out, climbed up a hill just to realize the better picture was at the bottom of the hill, which is sweet. Took a picture of a horse. It's not a particularly good picture, but I felt like the horse and I had a connection. I got to pet him for a bit. I wanted to take a picture to commemorate that experience. But by the time I got back, everybody was ready to go. So we went to go find some amanzanite, which is actually pretty close to downtown Lone Pine. It's just a quick dirt road off. As we were driving there, we found a spot that was easy enough hike. There was no real trails. It's not a real hiking area, but we found a spot that was easiest to go up and started going up. And luckily, as we were going up, we happened to find a turquoise mineral, which originally I was like, sweet, we found it before we even got there. But the geologist brother of my girlfriend informed us that it was just beryl, which is also a cool mineral, and was also turquoise, so that was kind of cool. Took a few pictures on our journey up at some of our first occurrences. I mean, it's just a beautiful area. We had gotten there right after a huge snowfall, so it was just, there was snow everywhere. Not ideal for mineral hunting, but good for pictures. So upon getting to the top of the mountain, we found this cool Geological Survey thing. I don't know, took a few pictures of that. And then soon after, we ended up finding the amanzanite. We won, baby. Got the treasure. I think amanzanite's worth like $5 at your local gem store, so came up big. It's actually really hard to get out of the ground, or at least it was in the occurrences we found. Maybe when there's not snow on the ground, we'll be able to find a better one, but it was a little difficult when we got there. After we came down from the mountain and drove away from children shooting guns at the mountain, we decided to get something to eat and then drive around the Alabama hills and take some pictures around there. And I know there's been no other film photographer to shoot pictures of the Alabama hills. I know I'm the only one. We kept seeing all these pictures and everybody kept telling us to go see the arch. The arch is amazing. The arch is amazing. So we go see the arch And honestly, we would have walked right by it if someone didn't point it out to us. You know, in hindsight, it is a very cool place, like a very cool arch. The only problem is it's very small. Like, I understand it took millions of years to build in the perfect way. I totally get that, but it is not the giant arch that you're imagining. But I got some pictures of it nonetheless. That wrapped up our Saturday. On Sunday, we ended up going to the film museum, which actually had a Technicolor camera. I had never seen one of those in person, so I was nerding out pretty hard on that. It showed all the popular Western movies that were shot in the area, and some non-Western movies, like Iron Man had a couple scenes there, and Django Unchained had a few scenes there, and then there's this movie called Tremors my girlfriend and her brother are really into. I had never heard of it, but apparently it's really good, starring Kevin Bacon as a leading role. They had a whole exhibit there, which was pretty cool. On the way back, we stopped at that interesting hill that had a lot of sediment in it because I wanted to shoot some more pictures of it. And boy, did I. I shot so many pictures of it. I don't know why I shot so many pictures of it. It was an insane amount of pictures. I think I went through like a roll and a half. I ran out of Portra, so I think I decided like, oh, I should just shoot this entire roll so I have it all in one. So I shot so many pictures. Yeah, it was bizarre. Overall, it was a successful trip. We got a little bit of copper, a little bit of manzanite, a little bit of beryl, and got to shoot on Portra 400. And most of the pictures came out pretty good. Again, with the medium format, the Zeiss icon, because it was so washed out, I think the lab didn't really take time to wipe the dust off the film. I think they just like, oh, this is worthless. So when I ended up adding normal contrast, dehazing it, there was a lot of dust on it that I had to Photoshop out, which is really annoying. But other than that, the pictures came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them, all things considered. Portra 400, my review of it, look, if you're shooting people, it's the best film there is for that. I mean, the latitude is great, the skin tones are great. Now that Kodak's raised the price, it is still a little bit more expensive than the others, but look, if you want to shoot people and you want to have the most range to work with, it's the best film for that. I give it 4 Canon AE1s out of 5. I don't know. I don't even know why I wouldn't even give it 5. I give it 5. It's a great film stock. As far as the medium format of it, I don't really feel comfortable giving a review on that just because the camera I have is 150 years old. It was not kept well. I'm gonna keep testing with it. I have a roll in it now, and I've taped up all the sides, so hopefully it won't have any more light leaks, but I am able to pull a lot of information off of it, which is awesome. I have a box of Portra 400 for 4x5 because I just bought a 4x5 camera, so I'll let you know how that goes. There'll probably be a review on that as well. This was our trip, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked the video, hit like and subscribe. Check back every Monday, and we'll have a new one for you. All right, thanks. Bye.